Hey guys, my name is Danielle. I am the founder and president of Good Morning Bears, and I had someone I wanted to show how to make a hat from a loom, so I was going to go ahead and do that video now. I'm going to point my screen down here to show you guys what you're going to need, and this is super easy. I think it's a lot easier than crocheting, but that's up to you guys. This goes a lot faster for me personally. If you're making a bigger hat, smaller hats are pretty easy either way. So I'm going to go ahead and move this down. So you're going to need a skein of yarn. This is Bernay. I'm not really sure what color this is. I didn't really look, but it's kind of a mixture there of different colors. And then you're going to need a loom. So this is the round hat looms. You can also make blankets with these, but you can use the small, the medium, the large. I think they also come in different other sizes, but we're going to do just the little small one for demonstration purposes. Drop my yarn. Okay. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is a slip knot. So I tie it, or go around my fingers, back through, and pull it through like that. I'll do that one more time. Like that. Your fingers through the hole, pull it through. And when you tighten it on here, okay, sorry about that. So when you tighten it, you're going to want to pull your long piece, not the extra here. You're going to want to have it like that. So when you tighten it, this piece right here should be what you're tightening. So that's how you make slip knot. Sorry. And then what you're going to do, this is super easy. You're going to go to the right of this little knob right here. So we're going to go to this one. So here is where your slip knot is attached, and we're going to go to this one right here. So in front, behind, and then it's going to wrap around just like that. In front, behind, in front, behind, and you're just going to keep wrapping like that. Like I said, this is super easy. If you let go, it's going to let go of all of them, and you'll have to start over, but that's not that big of a deal. As long as you can catch it sometimes, but sometimes it'll just unravel the whole thing. So you're going to go around like that. Now we're back, and we stopped here, we started here. So that's the first one. You're going to wrap this around here just to hold it for a second. And then you're going to push all of these down. So all of those are now at the bottom. Then you're going to unravel that, and you are going to go ahead and go around a second time. Do the same thing in front and wrap around the back. In front, wrap around the back. And you're just going to keep doing that. Now you are back to where you started. This is where we started. This is where we finish. So now you can see there's 2 loops on each little notch thing, or whatever these are called. There's 2 loops on each one. If there's not 2 loops, then something is wrong. Where'd that go? Okay, so then we're gonna just wrap this around this little knob down here just to hold it. And then you're going to take this. This is going to come with a loom set. My loom set came with 3 looms, a small, medium, and large. And then I didn't mention that you're going to need a knitting needle. And this, I'm not really sure what it's called, some kind of a pick. So you're going to need both of those. So there's a little notch inside of the loom, and you're going to stick your thing underneath the first one and pull it over the top. So under the bottom, pull it over the top. Under the bottom, pull it over the top. Then you can let go of that because that's going to be attached from this this one and this one, from the last one and the first one. So you can then let go of that extra yarn because it's already attached. So then you just go around and pull all of these over until again you only have one loop over each little knob, notch, whatever, I don't really not sure what they're called, but over each one. So then you're going to push them all down, and you're going to do the same thing again. You're going to take your long continuous piece of yarn, and you're going to start on the first one. Don't start on the last one, start on the first one after this little guy. So go around again. And then you're going to do the same thing over again. You're going to pull the bottom loop over the top loop, and you're going to do that every time. So I am going to pause this video and finish this up. I think I've shown you enough to where you should know what you're doing by now. You just wrap each time and wrap it twice the first time, and then each time after that you're going to go around once, push them all, pull the yarn bottom over the top, and then push them all down and start over. So you're going to do that each time until you get your desired length, and I will come back and show you that in a few. Okay guys, we're back, and I have completed that. I think that took like 8 to 10 minutes, not long at all. So that's about how long you want the small one, and you can just gauge each one about how long you think it's going to be, and leave a little bit because you're going to crunch up the top a little bit, and I'll show you that here in a minute. And then if you want it a little bit longer, if you get it too long, that's okay. You can just fold it over and make a brim. So longer isn't going to hurt anything. If it gets too short, then it won't fit the head, but if you get it a little long, you can make a brim. So this is what it's going to look like, and you're just going to keep working. The part, your slip knot that you tied on this little peg, that's what I was calling them, notches. That's not a notch. But the slip knot that you tied on this peg, you can release after a couple of rows. It's just there to get you started. So you can release it and then push it down through here. So that's what it's going to look like, and you now are going to take this piece, wrap it around one time, cut that, and then take this piece that you cut and put it through your knitting needle, and then you are going to start on the one to the right of your starter peg. So this was the first one that we went over, so we're going to go up through that, pull it over the top of the peg, and pull your yarn, oh, we got caught. Pull your yarn through, and you're going to do the same thing all around. So pull this one over and pull your yarn. It keeps getting, this one's so small, it keeps getting caught on all these pegs. Then pull it through that one And then, sorry, I don't know if you guys missed that. Move it back here a little bit. So underneath the loop that's on the peg. And so for the last time, you're just going to push them all down. For your last round, you're going to push them all down, but you're not going to go around again. So you only want one loop on each peg when you do this in process. I guess I should mention that. So under, pull through, under, pull through, under, pull through, under, pull through. And you actually don't have to go around all the way with the yarn. I usually don't because it's too much yarn, but it gives you enough to work with to pull through each one. So it's just up to you. You'll figure it out as you make your first few. You'll figure out how much you need. And obviously for bigger hats, you would need a little bit more yarn, but all of this is going to be pulled together anyway. So you really only need a little amount. So that's pulled through the last one. And we are going to take our needle and stick it through that top hole. Grab it from the bottom and pull through that yarn from the top. Flip it inside out. And then you are just going to tighten it as tight as you can without snapping your yarn, because this is weaved together so it snaps pretty easily. And then I just go underneath one of these, and then you can take that off. And then I'm going to make a slip knot right there. And that is going to tighten the top of your hat. And you can do it twice if you want it a little bit tighter. I think that we probably should, because this one snaps kind of easily. So I'm going to pull that through one more time. Nope, I pulled through the whole thing. Okay. So then I'm going to make one more knot. Okay, so that is nice and tight. You're going to cut it as close as you can. So that is obviously inside out because we flipped it inside out. So that is your little hat, and you still have your starter piece. So you are going to want to attach your knitting needle back, or finishing needle, whatever you prefer to call it, and just pick a good spot to go through. And you can kind of weave it throughout the hat if you like, or this is what I do. I just make another knot. And that way it's tight, and if you weave it through the hat, sometimes it can just come loose. So that's the little hat. It's obviously a little bit long, which I did that on purpose to make a little brim. So that is your little hat. I think that took a total of 15 minutes to make. So that's a little angel hat. So thank you for watching. Those are super easy. You can do them in any size. You can do them longer. You can start or stop about 3 or 4 rows up and just make a regular hat, or you can go a few rows extra and make the brim. So I hope that that helped you, and if you guys have any questions, just let me know. And if you guys want any other videos, ask me and I will do another tutorial. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you all have a gentle